Call of Duty tip of the day. Did you know that on the map Exodus, you can get onto a small vent in the back by C domination objective? Once you're up here, you have great lines of sight at exactly C dom and other team deathmatch and search and destroy routes over to courtyard. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now today we have another Black Ops 3 best class setup video for Scorestreaks. If you're looking to get some Scorestreaks, some challenges, this class is very, very dominant, as you can see from the gameplay in the background. Now, it obviously uses the Man of War. This is such an OP gun, and when you have it decked out the way I do, it's very, very destructive at long range and even when you're spraying in a building. So it's absolutely amazing. And there's a few other combinations that I use, such as the Black Cell, as we'll get into here when we get into the best class setup. So without further ado, let's dive into what this class is made up of. So to begin, let's just start off by going ahead and putting on our Man of War. As we can see there, we have the Man of War set. So when we dive into the optics, the best optic that I like to use is the ELO. I think it provides the best accuracy. Some people like to use the red dot. You can change the reticle and whatnot, but I love the reticle on the ELO. Very, very good field of view, and I just think it's a fantastic sight. Way better than the iron sights in the Man of War. So that's the way I use it. Now, getting into the attachments, we're going to start off by putting on Quick Draw. Quick Draw will save you so many deaths in so many close counter situations. It is an absolute necessity. You will not be able to get the gun up fast enough if somebody has a VMP or a submachine gun, and you have Quick Draw, they don't, you win that battle with the Man of War. So very key to have on your Man of War for getting Scorestreaks and not dying when you have a high amount of points. So next, we want to put on Grip. I have Grip on it. I find it really helps at long range. The Man of War doesn't necessarily need Grip, but I have it on, and I think it helps increase my kill ratio and just my performance when I'm playing Black Ops 3. This is a hit or miss. You can choose to use Grip or not. If you don't use Grip, I would take off Grip, take off the secondary attachment. As you can see here, I have both the primary Gunfighter 1 and primary Gunfighter 2 in my attachments because we will need those. You can eliminate primary Gunfighter 2 if you're not going to use Grip, and you can put on a second perk, as you will see here in just a minute. So next, we're going to use the Fast Mags variant or Fast Mags attachment, because this is crucial in making sure that you're not going to die during a reload. If you die during a reload, you do not get your streaks. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory, and that's why this is a very, very important attachment for getting Scorestreaks and staying alive on the battlefield. So that's the third attachment that we're going to use on the Man of War. And finally, if you do choose to use primary Gunfighter 2 like I do, you're going to want to use your rapid fire. This is very crucial for the Man of War. It's very important to have. It really increases the speed at which you're killing, so you can get more kills in a round. And now, as you see in the background on the gameplay, I have the Black Cell. This is important for getting points. It's not as important for killing or staying alive, but it's very important for a combination when we use combat focus. We're going to use combat focus, obviously, because it increases the point potential for your character or your gameplay, and it's going to increase how fast you get streaks, as you will see in a little bit further into the video. Black Cell combined with combat focus, if there are 3 or 4, say 2 UAVs and a counter UAV in the air, and you pop combat focus like you just saw, you can get a tremendous amount of points. Now, in terms of strategizing for playing for Scorestreaks, we will talk about that as soon as we're done the class video, but there are a few strategies that you can use to make sure that you're getting your highest streak that you have set. Last but not least, we have one spot left available, and that is for Scavenger. Scavenger is very important for going for high streaks because you will run out of ammo. If you're playing lanes and you're playing back, you're playing a little bit more shallow in the map, you're going to need Scavenger to pick up the little packs, as you can see just down the alleyway there, that are able to replenish your ammunition so that you don't find yourself handcuffed in a house with no ammo and just trying to scavenge for a kill just to get a score streak. That's why scavenger is very important. And like I said, if you don't want to use grip, what you can do is get rid of secondary gunfighter or primary gunfighter 2, and you can put on afterburner perk, which I think is very, very important to have. And also probably you can use engineer to help you out with your black cell, or as I would use, your blast suppressor. This keeps you a little bit more hidden in the map. Another potential one you can probably use to keep you alive is tac mask. I find sometimes you can get stunned or concussed, and that'll end a score streak run for you. So those are a few other options that you can use if you're not going to use grip. But the way I like to do it, I like to have primary gunfighter 2 with grip on. I think this is a great class, as you can see in the video in the background. I just start to get on a roll with streaks, and you just start to dominate the map. Once you get your streaks up in the air, it just really increases the strategies and your effectiveness on especially on Nuketown. But getting into strategies, as you can see here, we now have the gun. I'm gonna throw some transgression camos on these guys. That's what I like to use as a camo. I just think it's a really nice camo. But getting into some strategies for score streaks, what you want to do is when you don't have a lot of score streaks, you want to keep back in the spawn, not in like deep in your spawn, but you want to stay behind the front line of your teammates that are pushing up. As you can see, I was covering lanes. I never really pushed past this bus. I waited till my team pushed up and started pressuring them in their spawn. I made my way up to the bus and started to get a few kills that way. Now, before that, what you want to do is stick to kind of stay behind the mid-map portion and stay in the lanes. You want to find big lanes, shift from lane to lane. If you get 2 or 3 kills in one lane, cycle back into your spawn, pop out on the other lane until you can start to get a good grasp on your score streaks. And then, as you can see, once I got my score streaks, I started to push up into the map because now my score streaks are providing air cover, and I'm able to more effectively maneuver in the middle of the map without getting someone flanking, and that's how I play for those score streaks. So it's not good to always stay back in your spawn and camp. Eventually someone will find that you are back there. They will come and hunt you down, like that guy was right there. He's hunting down our team in our spawn. But if you can stay behind your front line of your teammates for a little bit until you get some streaks, and as you start popping those streaks off, you can start to move up the map and start to play a little bit more aggressive with your score streaks active, and it really turns the tide of the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this score streak video. It's got a great gameplay in the background to support some of the things that I've been saying with this Man of War. And if you did benefit from the video, definitely drop a thumbs up. It helps me out way more than you know. It helps the videos get into the feeds of YouTube, and just helps people find the videos. And I think that's huge that you guys are doing that. And if you guys have any comments, any questions about this class, or any suggestions that you might have for a score streak class, definitely drop them in the comments below, and we can start a conversation up about some other good score streak classes that are available for people to use. So if you guys want to finish watching the gameplay, I think I get a couple more power cores. I think I tripled up on power cores, if that's not my third one there. But as always, guys, stay on the bean. You do you, live life your way, because that's the way it's meant to be. Here's your beauties.